Hey guys, it's Barbatus. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be reviewing episode 2 and 3 of Gundam GQuuuuX, or Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuX. Now, I do want to apologize. I did not do a review for episode 2 and I didn't do a review for episode 3 when it came out. That's my fault. I did not know they actually came out. Honestly, I'm not still memorized the dates they're uploaded on Amazon Prime Video. But hey, better tardy to the party than never to the party, honestly.
Oh, yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Let me just say, these two episodes are very good. And I just want to talk about, the themes of both episodes and call it a video. Now, I do want to preface a couple of things. I'm going to stop with a synopsis, honestly. You guys watched the episode. You're not expecting me to pretty much give you a synopsis when you're here just to actually hear my commentary and my review of the episodes. So honestly, let's review this shit. Now, episode 2, was a good episode. We actually got to see Char Azanable, and honestly, he was the best fucking part of that entire episode. He honestly, the way Anno presenting him in the episode was very good. I really liked it. Oh, not just Anno, the other writer, I forgot his name, but credit to him as well. And the fight scenes, like, I got so much Evangelion vibes with this episode, because then again, it's co-written by Hideaki Anno. And one thing I did not expect for this episode was the fact that Char was going to be piloting a Gundam himself, as you could probably tell right here, which is the Red Gundam. And we actually got to see in this episode the origins of the Red Gundam that we saw in the first episode. Now, I don't know how the character that I'm gonna talk about in the third episode got his hands on the Red Gundam, but honestly, the fight scenes in this episode were amazing. Like, the dialogue with Char and the blue-haired commander, I think so, Chol or Bol, that's his name, the one we saw in the first episode that gave the order for the GQuuuuuX to be deployed. Honestly, he was also a very good character in episode 3, and I really liked his dialogue. I really liked the way he presented himself, and I kind of, I did enjoy the interactions we got with him and Char, to be honest. And it was really interesting, and I really liked the lore origin story that we are being presented for this series. And like I said again, I did not expect Char to pilot a Gundam. Like, that was the last thing on my bingo card when it came to this anime, and I really liked it. And honestly, like I said again, this Gundam straight up does look like the original Gundam, but imagine if it's like a modern day Gundam, but with more aesthetic to it. Honestly, it does look like a rebuild of Gundam in a way, if you think about it. Like, if you combine rebuild of Evangelion aesthetic with Gundam, and that's what you get. And honestly, we actually got to learn about the Psychomu system. And honestly, now that I think about it, when I was thinking about it, the Psychomu system kind of reminds me a little bit of the Alea Vignana from Iron Blooded Orphan, that it gives the pilot more capability to pilot the Gundam or the mobile suit in a way. And I thought that that was pretty interesting, and we actually got to see it in a way. If I could be wrong about this, but I think what we're gonna see in the episode 3, where they mention Kira stream of colors that we saw in the first episode, is probably part of the Psychomu system in a way. So that was the review episode of episode 2 so far. It was a good episode. I really liked Char. He basically ran roughshod on the Federation in this episode. Now let's dive into episode 3. Episode 3 is actually a very much more basic episode. It was basically just a continuation of episode 2, and in a way it is episode 2, but we got episode 2 as more of a lore and flashback in order for us to understand the series a little bit better. And this episode was pretty basic. We got to see the introduction of the Red Gundam pilot called Shunji, and I really like his character. He's very laid back. He's not like your stereotypical MC. He does feel like a classic Gainax character. Like, he reminds me in a way of a little bit of Kaji from Evangelion. Like, you know, just pretty laid back, you know, always, you know, has a smile in a way. That's basically, in my opinion, Shunji. And also very coincidental, Chunji, Shinji. I just realized at the time of me editing this that Shunji honestly reminds me of Mikazuki from Iron Blooded Orphans as well. Like, demeanor, the character design. Like, I really did get that impression, in my opinion. Now, I really did like the GQuuuuuX and the Red Gundam's fight scenes during the mechanic space battle between them against these two Zaku-like mobile suits. Now, at first, they're having a hard time because the Zakus do have the advantage of having firearms. On the other hand, they are still held back by the fact that Mahum, who is our main character, well, that's her nickname. Her real name is Amate. She's still inexperienced to using the Gundam. But yet, at the moment that she's reminded of the Saikumu system, she's, you know, is able to make a comeback and actually do a proper teamwork with Shunji after he tried to encourage her before he was attacked by the Zakus, which caused her to get more serious and be reminded of the Saikumu system, which my guess is what she was referring to as the Kira. And the fight ends with them pretty much outsmarting these two Zakus by she rushing towards one of them while the other is tailing her and distracting him in a way that she notices Shunji throwing the axe at the Zaku that's shooting at her, which she dodges, hits the Zaku, and then while she grabs the axe, Shunji attacks the other mobile suit before it can attack her, and then she lands the final blow on the Zaku. And then the episode ends with them winning the match, and pretty much the Red Gundam or Shunji escaping while telling her that she has to leave as well because police forces are going to show up because after all, these space battles are illegal. So honestly, the overall fight started off a little bit, you know, a little bit slow, but it got really good at the end, especially with the music in the background and so on. Oh yeah, a few last things to mention. The original pilot of the GQuuuuuX Gundam was captured in this episode and was then released very quickly, and when it came to the rescue arc, when it comes to that character from Zeon's part. And also, I do want to mention the girls, the second main female character's girl's backpack, the deli eats. Like, I thought it was pretty funny, the Uber Eats parody logo, but instead of food, you're delivering discs that help program the mobile suits to, I guess, to fight, if I'm correct. I thought that was, you know, pretty interesting parts when it comes to the series. So overall, these two episodes were pretty good. I really liked them. And honestly, I can't wait for episode 4, to be honest. And I do apologize that I wasn't up to date with the episodes. Like, now I know every Tuesday is a new episode. So yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for watching. Do check out my other videos. I am not gonna ask anyone to subscribe if they don't want to, as you probably already checked out my other video discussing about subscriptions. I'll leave that up to you guys. I'll let my content speak for itself. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.